we are here to learn about the non-consumable items, like any ID stuff, any stationery item, anything, whatever you want to order. Currently, I think you guys are sending emails to the headquarters, to your IT manager or to somebody like that, finance, procurement. So now you're going to use the system, okay? So this is Mr. Ravi, sorry, Mr. Bharat from Dynamics team, okay? So he is going to give you the training about the whole scenario, right? If you have any doubt, any confusions, you can ask him, okay?
Okay, so we'll start. Yeah. So okay, as she has introduced me, my name is Bharat Kothari, and I am from Winspire Solutions, your partner for Navision this implementation. Okay. Okay. Do you have any more entries?
I think.
I'll stand it. You can see. You can see it. No issues.
I think you just
I need to use this. You can use the chair. No issues. Excuse me. You can give the chair and you can shift.
excuse me. What's your name?
Sensation bit. Ignore it.
Julie. You're from which outlet? Last sentence. Oh, okay. I think West was supposed to come from last. Oh, okay. Hi. Right. Okay, guys, carry on.
Yeah. Okay. So it's very like it will not take much of your time. So let's start with the training. It is basically, as she said, you already have an option of putting a requisition for inventory items. So there are two types of items now. One is inventory item, that is your apple, banana, milk, all those consumables. We call it as inventory item. And your non-inventory items. Non-inventory items would be your stationery, any expenses, any laptop you want to buy, or any other things which are not consumables will come under the non-inventory items. So you need to have a proper understanding that yes, what are the inventory items and what are the non-inventory items, right? For inventory items, you are already using requisition worksheet, right?
Yeah.
So you are putting your everyday requisition in the requisition worksheet, and your purchase department, they are putting the vendors against that, and they are updating that, converting that into purchase order and sending it to the vendor.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah. For the non-inventory items, there is a module which has been customized, developed for AWJ. It is known as note of approval. So any non-inventory item like stationery or IT related things, we have clubbed under separate groups. So you have different groups. So each user, like every one of you must be representing some outlet, right? So your user ID will be attached to that outlet, so that when you log in into the system will automatically pick your location from your user setup.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is something related to setup part. We'll come to the transactions. So how to create a note of approval. Okay, so when you log in into the system, I don't need to show you guys how to log in into the system, right? You are already using.
Yeah.
So I will not show you, like I will not go through that. So let's say you are into the system and you are creating a new note of approval. So what?
Can
Yeah.
start from beginning? Is that just usual?
No issues, no issues, no issues, no issues. I'll just close this. Okay. So you have an option, like you have an icon like this on your screen.
Sage, not this one.
This is for Dynamics Nav.
Yeah.
This training is purely for Microsoft Dynamics NAV. So we'll be.
Yeah, it's the under part of stage.
Okay. So you will be having this user ID and password. So you will be entering here. So let's say I am entering as test 99. So you will be entering user ID and password.
I don't have Sage. I have that. Yeah, because my laptop
Yeah, all are on the dynamic, but they are under the name of
is the
stage.
same. Yeah, same.
Yeah, same.
So once you log in into the system, you will have some screen based on your role center. It will be configured. I have attached as a accounts manager, so that's why it is showing me accounts manager screen. Okay. So there will be one menu of NOA, that is note of approval. So you will click there. You will have the NOA item list. So here you can see all the NOA items which are available in system. Okay. So you can see you have brush type cable manager, you have mixture, 2-zone powder, you have cabling, you have data recovery, any expense or any fixed asset related things if you are booking.
This one in OA, it will show in Sage as well.
It's exact. It's not
It's
showing like.
Because it's
no,
not
it's not
shown.
showing.
Right now we
Just
get only
home
home and
yeah,
Sage requisition.
and Sage requisition.
Yes.
Can we log in
Okay.
into one of the accounts?
So
Where?
On the store account we log in. It's-
Okay, you tell me your user ID and password.
Okay,
We'll
we need to make sure that this one
It's the same.
is the same. Yeah.
Network everything, right? Yeah, we user and password like our in store.
we can ask them to enter their user ID. Huh?
I will bring the password.
They don't have the password?
But I have the password.
Why
How
will they?
come I-
Yeah.
How come they are logging
You
into
don't have
this?
the password.
Yeah, give any.
Yeah, we'll log in. You can enter your user ID and password.
That's how I do.
Hey, go ahead. Yeah. Why you
That's how I do.
Okay, no issues. So meanwhile, we'll continue. We'll check. It will be there in your user ID also. As long as it is Microsoft Dynamics NAB, it will be there. So yeah. So if now the point is, if you want to, if you are searching for something which is not there, right? So for that you need to have that item in the list. So what you will do is you will send a mail to IT team, Miss Sonam, and she will be coordinating with.
update this one?
Yeah, so she will be updating the list if it is not there, or if it is already there, then she would be suggesting that you can use this item code, right? So if it is related to vendors, she will be coordinating with procurement and making it available into the system. If it is related to the items,
Can we log in?
yeah. Should I log out?
Which password?
This also.
One of the store,
Which one?
so that you can understand where better. Yeah.
Dynamics.
No, no. Yeah, we are.
How come I don't know your password?
I forget my password.
No
I
problem.
need it again. Okay, see, it's just do home and Sage
So
requisition.
yeah, so you will be having NOA menu there.
You will update it.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
it will be updated. Just give me some 5 minutes. I'll update this. No issues. So this AWJ purchase requisition. Today we will update it. Don't worry. So you will have the menu of this
NOA.
NOA note of approval on your screen. ने कौन सा यूजर यूज किया था? ये ना? वापस कीजिए लॉगिन। Now see, you will have this like this.
Okay, that's
So it will be there. So when you
So
click
let's
on
work
this,
on this sheet.
yeah,
Much
of course.
better.
But actually this is a live database, no? So that's why I'm not doing the training on live database.
Okay.
I'll be doing that training on the test database. But of course the same features will be available in live also.
Let's go on.
This will show like this, in our
So yes. So you can see you have the list of NOA items.
Okay.
If you need to add some items, you can convey the same thing to Ms. Sonam. She will be updating that. So she is the single point of contact for all these stores. Whether you need to create an item, whether you need to create a vendor, right? Like supplier and item. Both you can coordinate with her.
IT or finance can have as well.
Yeah. So now this is the note of approval list. This was the note of approval item list. So when you will have to go to note of approvals and click on new. Okay?
Okay, let's click on
Yeah. So when you will click on new, system will ask you to select the workflow group.
Okay.
You want to request for what type of item, whether it is related to IT,
IT, yeah.
whether it is related to information technology.
Same information.
I don't know. They have created two.
IT information technology is
It's
the
the same. Okay. So whether it is related to
We
HR.
need, let's say IT because
Yeah.
we need a new printer. Let's say.
Yes. So you will select IT. So based on your user setup, system will update the location and branch.
Okay.
So
Right?
you don't have to put in the branch.
Yeah, you don't
I
have to
have
put
no-
in the branch.
By default.
It will show
It's in
out
the
Shawani like this.
Yeah. So it will by default show the branch and location.
Okay.
Then second thing is, once you updated the workflow group, you will go to the NOA item, and based on your workflow group, system will filter the NOA item list for you. So you will have only those items which are related to work group IT. So you will not have all the list of items.
Yeah.
So that
By default.
Yes.
We need something new. We should update Sonam that she will update it.
yes.
Okay.
So it will be like more easy for you to, because you will have a group of items which are related to item only,
Yeah, yeah.
IT only. If you select HR, then you will have a list of items which are related to HR only.
Okay,
So you have a
same
smaller
thing, yeah.
list and better to choose from.
Very good.
Okay. So let's say we'll select something. Printer is
Then-
there.
Yeah. Then HP printer.
Let's say HP
Okay,
ProBook.
laptop or
Okay.
motor.
Yes. So let's say 10 quantities.
There is a voice.
Pieces. Now there is an option. It is not a mandatory field, but if you want to suggest some vendor, you can do that also.
Okay.
So you can select that vendor here. But of course, this will be finally updated by your procurement team. So they will be having a final call whether to go with that vendor or not.
What they have to do just.
Yeah, they have the option
They have to
also.
select the vendor. No
It
need.
is not mandatory, but if you want to add, system will not stop you from sending this order for approval, if even if that field is blank. But if you want to add something there, you can add it. So let's say I'll say Zomato, because that is the first vendor. Okay. Now based on your purchase list, if that item has been purchased previously, then you will have last unit price there, so that you can compare that at what price it was purchased previously. What is the last unit price it was
Okay,
purchased?
yeah.
So that you have the relevant that yes, this is the rate of this item. Okay.
But they require this pricing or only purchasing is this pricing.
No, this is just for the information.
But
Because
for them
in
not
the
required.
outlet,
Not
for the
required.
money and the pricing, it's
No
not
issues.
always-
No
yeah.
issues. So based on your role center, this will get configured.
Mhm.
If the price is not required for your roles, then they will be removing that,
Mhm.
because this screen will be available to procurement team also.
Ah, okay.
So they will need this.
And for them, I think required for the stores, not required.
Yeah,
Only
so
they need
that's
to want the item, that's it.
Okay. So if you want to add
You can add.
another item, you can go and add another item. Let's say data invoice form.
But if I will add just on the IT category. I cannot add it from the HR now.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's it.
Each,
So
each,
I should go back to the.
you need to create a new note of approval.
Make new shape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to create a new note of approval because your approval will be different. For IT, approval will be different. For HR, approval will be different. So based on that, you need to create a new note of approval. Okay. Let's say 20. So I'm just selecting random. So once this is done, your job is over here. Now what you need to do is you just need to send this for approval.
It's not okay.
Not okay.
No, not okay.
Because we're
When
always
you-
using okay.
No, when you click on OK, system will close this window.
Okay.
It will not send this for approval.
It will
You'll
just
have
save it.
approval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will just save it.
Saving is automatic here. Once you select that item, it is saved to that order,
Yes.
that NOI. Okay. So you will click note of approval, send approval request. So once okay, it is not supported. Let me change the item.
Sahib,
Yes.
I have a question. It will be the same if you are going to order to the supplier, okay, or send approval now?
Sorry.
Supplier for not other than central kitchen for outside. So before they used to send to procurement, right?
Procurement.
Yeah.
Yeah, requisition. See, in when we started that one, that time only I clearly told you that there are two types of items. One is inventory item, one is non-inventory item. For inventory item, you are creating requisitions.
Yeah.
So that process will remain as it is.
Alright.
This process is only for non-inventory related items, for which you don't have items. So you need to come here because I think right now you are sending mail to procurement and they are generating this. So you don't need to send a mail. Once you enter this into the system will send this for the approval and they will have on their screens that this has come for the approval.
Okay.
And it will have mail and all everything.
Like yesterday, I asked for printer, right?
Printer or
See the email, yeah, for requirement in the kitchen. So I can.
Now you can request through
I
this.
can request.
Yeah. And even that charger and all this.
For 6 months, I asked charger.
Approval.
Approval, huh?
To be faster.
Yeah.
6 months they were working on this to make the system for you.
Now
Chargers.
Now you can have a track that when you send that NOA for approval, how much time they have taken to approve it and where it is lying. So I'll just create a new one because for that location the approval was not set up.
Okay, let's try the HR.
No, location. So for Avani it is there, so I'll use Avani.
You can order for them now. Printer. Chargers.
Yeah.
It will take another half a year.
So system will give you a message that approval has been sent and the status will be changed from open to pending approval. And you can go to navigate tab and see where it is lying. So when you click on approvals, you will find that it has been generated by your user ID.
If we get the approval, it will show as well or no?
Sorry.
If they get approval already, it will show that they got approval and they.
Yeah, it will show the status will change from open to no this one, yeah, this created will be changed from open to released.
Release. Okay.
And
So again, for this
After
step,
approval?
please can you back for this step? Let's say.
yes. So you have
It will change from which status after approval.
from open to release or approved, yes, it is there. So you have created a note of approval. This part is clear. You go to note of approval. You say new. You select a department. You select items. You enter the quantity. Send for approval. That's it.
Great.
Once that is, yeah, sorry,
We'll see the items after purchase order.
what items?
When we send this order.
You need to follow up where is it? Oh.
Yeah, so that's why I'm showing.
see
Yeah.
the-
So till now it is clear, right? How to create is clear. Now I'll show you how to check where it is lying.
Yeah.
Okay. So on that note of approval only, this one we have created. We have sent this for approval. There is a tab of navigate.
Navigate.
When you will go to the navigate tab, you have option of approvals. You just click on this, system will show you where it is lying. So if the first line is showing open, right, that means this order, this note of approval is lying with user ID test, approver ID is test. Instead of test,
Open,
it will have your store
release.
manager ID. This is for the training purpose. I have configured test user because I don't have the for everybody.
Okay, so it will show open, release, or
Yeah, it will show
created.
open, created, and approved.
approved.
Yeah. So here it is showing open, right? Once it is approved, then next line will be shown as open. Once it is approved, then next, because it is one by one process. These are three users: test, test 2, and administrator. These are the three users who are going to approve this note of approval. So let's say first user is your stores manager, second is your procurement manager, and third one is your finance manager. So you can get to know where it is lying. If it is showing open for first line, that means it is open with your stores manager. If it is saying open for second line, that means your manager has already approved it. Second is your procurement manager, so it is lying with procurement manager for approval. If it is showing open in third line, that means it is approved by, it is lying with the finance manager. Your stores manager and procurement has already approved it. Understood? I'll go into one of the ID and I'll approve this, and then I will show you how it will look like. Okay? You need to understand one thing.
For any request, there will be pre-approval or
It
Yeah,
depends.
this is what I want to ask.
It depends how they set the workflow. It is all configurable.
3 or 4 approvals, right?
It is all
Finance, CEO, and procurement,
and finance and
COO,
Actually,
operation manager.
Depending.
Yeah, based on the department, based on the location, and based on whatever is the like approval metrics they have
Depend on
defined.
what type of item is there and who will be
Yeah,
approved.
so they will be defining. It is
Each
defined.
finance will be
Yeah, it will be
decided.
defined by finance and IT team. So it is configurable setup. So you can see if there are 5, you will see 5 lines here. If there are only 1, you will see only 1 line.
But that's for particular products or for the whole order sheet
No,
it
no,
will
no.
show?
Depend
No,
on
no,
the
no.
type
For
of-
all.
For all.
Now, if you order now, let's say, not let's say, if you order anything by email, it will go for 3 or 4 departments to approve, right? It will show this one on Sage. That's it.
And if they cancel or reject or terminate it, you
It
will have
show as well.
Yeah, it will have the termination remark and rejection reason also.
Okay.
So you can find from here, and you will receive a mail also that it has been rejected by so and for so and so reason.
Okay.
By default, we will receive the email.
Yes, if it is rejected.
If it is rejected.
Yeah.
Just if it's rejected, but if it's approved, no, we will not receive the.
Because already approved, then status will change from open to release, and it will convert into order.
Okay.
So you will be able to see the order also. So this part is clear.
Yeah.
How to create a note of approval? It's very simple.
Yeah.
5 clicks. You go to note of approval, you say new, you select the department, item, quantity, send for approval. That's it. Nothing else.
Only you need to enter the what you require.
So that you people know better than us.
No pricing, it will be removed.
Yeah.
Pricing and all unit of price, everything will be removed. Except only the items
So-
to be added.
Okay. So I'll go to the user IDs and I'll approve this. Once it is approved, then the status will change from open to release.
Release.
Right? So now the status is pending approval, right?
Pending approval.
Why it is pending approval? Because it is pending for approval with users. Once they will approve this, last approval, as soon as your last approval approves this status will change from pending approval to release. So now I will log in as a approver. So I will use this user ID test.
So now you're going to approve it, huh?
Yes. Yeah. So for approver, it will look like this. If you want to go and check the record, he can open the record and he can find what are the items they have asked for. He can mention the comment here, approve, and say OK, and say approve. So if it is approved by him, it will get removed from his approval list. And now I'll again go back to my original login and I'll check. If you'll see on the approvals now, you can see it is first line is approved, second line is open now, right? So likewise you can find out that first approver has approved the folder. Yes, now it is up like lying with test 2.
How long it will take approval?
Depending on the department.
Depending on your approver.
It's a day or
No, there is no set time frame for that.
No time
in
frame.
system.
It depends on
If-
person.
When the departments will approve it, it will show that it's approved.
When they will approve, that system can show you that it was approved at 2:37, like that. Okay, now I'll log in as a second user, I'll approve it, then the third user, finally once it is approved, then you can have the final.
What is this open and created? There is a create also there.
Created means
Created is created for the next.
created means approval entries has been created. Open means it is lying with that user.
Yeah.
Approved means it is approved. Simple. Yeah, you are asking something?
For delivery, how many weeks they need to deliver the item?
That is
Are you
something
not-
on your
you will
operation
not
part.
know.
You need to check with
Vendors.
your operations manager. For delivery,
Yeah, when they approve it.
Can we follow up? So we still need to send email.
Delivered or no.
It depends on the supplier.
Bharat, I think
Yeah.
everybody understood the first part.
But from Sage, it's finished like that.
so second approver also approves this. Yeah, it will be appearing on their screen that they have 10 pending approvals, 20 or 1 or 0.
But can we follow up? Can we follow up?
Yeah, you can follow up, but not through the system.
Through email.
Outside the system, yes. And the third one is the administrator. This one is lying with the administrator, so once he approves it,
So you're sending it through Sage, and after that, if you have to follow up, you're just sending another 10 emails.
Yeah.
A gentle reminder.
Give it call. It is pending at your side.
No, but like, usually you're sending an email, and after that, you have to send several emails as a gentle reminder.
so once
Share it with you. Right?
Either
So
you
once
send plus
let's
one
just
more
it is just about to end.
Yeah, let's
So
complete.
let's focus. So once it is approved, So there is a setup in the system that that your IT team will be doing. So once it is approved completely, system can directly convert that requisition into order, or it will prompt your purchase procurement team to convert that into an order. So both options are available, manual as well as automated. So for this we have set up as an automated conversion. So you can find that your note of approval, from your note of approval list, that note of approval has gone. It is not available
It will
anymore.
not show here.
It will not
So
show
it's
here,
going to approve.
but you can find the same note of approval in posted note of approval,
Okay.
because it is already converted into order. So when you will open this, you will find this has been converted into order, and you will have the order number as well.
Okay.
So this is the order number, and it is available. So you can track when it was created, when it was approved, and when it was converted into order. And after order creation also, when they have received the invoice also, that also you can track. So once they receive the invoice and post this, you will have the option of posted purchase invoice. It will be updated here. I'll show you one example. I have some data.
I mean posted to the customer or
To the yes, sir. So this is the posted invoice number. Right. So I'll just expand all the three tabs. So this one, first one, lines, it is showing that the note of approval items which you have requested. Purchase order is showing the order number in which this items has been converted into order, and this is showing the invoice detail. Okay, so you can have the track of your note of approval like this. Okay, so is it simple?
Yeah.
So, and requisition, I think you all are already using. So do I need to go through that
No,
again?
no,
or
requisition already.
You already you are using.
Yeah.
any doubt there?
Yeah. So for this, is there any clarification you need? Any doubt or something?
That's fine. Thank you
That's
so
fine.
much.
Yeah.
How
So
about
that is.
From
How
my
about
side, that's
the
fine.
invoice? We need to also put the, for example, we received the
Should
item.
post that?
So we need to post the invoice number on the stage again. Same like
No, because it's not inventory, I think, right?
What let me get you what you are saying.
Because usually when we receive the invoice, we
Invoice for what?
invoice for any supplier or
Okay.
we put it into the invoice, right, Mr. Sai?
In the Dynamics, we
Yeah.
write the invoice
We
number
posted
onto
the
once
all
we receive the
invoices
item.
that
Where you write the invoice number?
On the order sheet, in the requisition sheet.
In
Once
the
it's done.
requisition sheet.
Once
you
it's
enter?
posted, yeah.
Once we receive it.
Okay.
So if we receive the same item, we receive it, we still
No, but requisition sheet is for requirement of the new items, and invoicing is for after posting, after you get the item, receive the item, then you do
Yeah.
the invoicing.
Yeah.
So
That's
why
what-
do you
that's
put the
what-
invoice number in requisition?
Not in the requisition, in the same order.
In the order, not
Receiving.
invoice.
Receiving.
After receiving.
After receiving.
Okay.
purchase order.
You will look for this one.
You
and then
have
will put
you
the
have
purchase.
access of purchase order where you do the GRN.
No. After the requisition, it will go into purchase order. So we're going to purchase order, then the invoice number we're going to put in the
You will see the
purchase
invoice.
Okay.
You
Okay.
will
That's
click
it.
it.
Yes.
Then you will fill the information for the.
Yeah. So
invoice
you will be
number.
doing that like that will be the
Okay.
that will remain the same.
It's the same.
It is the same.
It will goes to purchase order also.
Yeah. I'll go to purchase order. You are talking about
Yeah,
this.
purchase, yeah.
So any purchase order I am opening, you are talking about this
Yeah,
vendor
it's
invoice
like
number.
this.
You will be updating the invoice number here.
Same, huh?
Same.
Okay.
So after we receive it, it will directly go to the purchase orders.
What you receive it?
When the invoice will be released, basically when
The item
items
will
will be
show here.
delivered with the invoice,
The
we're going to
purchase.
show in the
When that
purchased invoice.
we are on
The
same note
difference
of
that there
approval
is
or
an inventory and uninventory there, right? So this one, it will show as well here.
yeah, it will show as well. So the same way which we are creating, no, I'll show you what item, what purchase order we have created now. This one is the purchase order which we have just
Yeah,
created.
So it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
Once it is converted, these are the two items, right?
Okay.
Once it is converted, the process is same.
That's it.
Just for the requirement, the process has changed because in requisition you don't have options for non-inventory items.
Mhm.
So for that, this non-inventory items requisition note of approval process has been defined.
It will only add it in the purchase order. in our purchase.
Yes, it will. Ultimately, it will go to your
Same
purchase
process.
order.
Same of all your requests.
So before it was through mail, now it's through system.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it has a history and
This
everything.
is the difference.
That this is the
First by
way.
email, now by
Receiving will be the same. Delayed.
But now you can know whether that.
Yeah, at least you can
Previously
try.
also we used to know.
You can know where the approval. You cannot approve it.
You cannot approve it. That's the point.
So that's it from our
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time.
I was recording this.